Unlock the secrets to legally protect your business and save on taxes with a Kansas LLC, all in a step-by-step explainer. Look, if you're an entrepreneur searching for that ultimate tool to give your business real credibility and serious protection, well, you are in exactly the right place.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap to turn your concept into a fully compliant Kansas entity. We'll be hitting LLC basics in naming, the resident agent requirement, filing your articles of organization, setting up operating agreements and EINs, handling ongoing Kansas compliance, and finally some crucial setup tips.
All right, Section 1, LLC Basics and Naming.
So forming an LLC, or a limited liability company, essentially separates your business from you legally. It's like building a brick wall between the two. This means your personal assets, your home, your car, your savings, they are completely shielded from business debts and lawsuits. If the business goes under or gets sued, your family's assets stay totally untouched. Plus, you get this massive benefit called pass-through taxation. Basically, the business itself isn't taxed at the corporate level. Instead, the profits pass straight through to your personal tax return. It keeps way more money in your pocket because you avoid that dreaded double taxation that regular C corporations have to deal with.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how versatile an LLC really is. Whether you're a freelancer stepping up to larger contracts and needing that professional credibility, or maybe a local storefront with tons of foot traffic that needs a sturdy liability shield. Or say you're a real estate investor putting individual properties in their own buckets to compartmentalize risk. Or even an e-commerce entrepreneur wanting ultimate tax flexibility. The Kansas LLC provides a tailored, incredibly protective foundation for literally all of these operations.
But hey, before you get all that amazing protection, you actually need a name. Now, Kansas law states your LLC name must be distinguishable upon the record from any other registered business in the state. And let me tell you, their rules are strictly enforced. You can't just change LLC to Inc. or add an S to make a word plural or tweak a comma here and there. That does not make a name distinguishable in the eyes of Kansas. So, to save yourself the absolute headache of a rejected filing, you definitely want to use the state's free Business Entity Search Station, or BES for short. Just take 5 minutes to search BES and double-check that your exact desired name is truly available. It can literally save you weeks of processing delays.
Moving right along, Section 2, the resident agent requirement.
Okay, so before you file a single piece of paperwork, you absolutely must have a resident agent. Now, a lot of states call this a registered agent, but Kansas specifically uses the term resident agent. This is a real person or an authorized business entity with a physical street address right there in Kansas. And hear me loud and clear on this one. P.O. boxes are strictly forbidden. No way around it. If you try to use one, your application will be rejected instantly. Their one and only job is to be physically present during regular business hours to accept official state correspondence and legal notices, like, heaven forbid, a lawsuit, on behalf of your LLC.
You essentially have two choices here. Option 1, you can act as your own resident agent. It's totally free, but your personal home address goes on the permanent public record, and you literally have to be tied to that address every Monday through Friday during normal business hours, just in case a legal summons shows up. Option 2, you can hire a third-party commercial service. Companies like Northwest Registered Agent or Harbor Compliance usually charge somewhere between $49 and $300 a year. They give you total privacy by slapping their address on the public record instead of yours, and they scan your important legal documents the exact same day into a secure online dashboard. Honestly, for most entrepreneurs, that privacy and peace of mind is well worth the annual fee.
Let's move to and see how this builds in Section 3, filing articles of organization.
$85. Seriously, if you've done any research on this in the past, you were probably expecting a much higher number. But this is a massive, incredibly timely win for Kansas entrepreneurs. Back in February 2026, Kansas officially slashed the online filing fee from $160 all the way down to just $85. I mean, it is not every day the government actually lowers a fee by almost 50%, right? This is a fantastic update. Actually, it's the first comprehensive fee update since 2008, and it's saving small businesses an estimated $2.1 million every single year.
So you'll submit this fee along with the Form DL, which is known as your Articles of Organization. Let me be clear. Filing online via the CanAccess portal is highly recommended. It costs that flat $85 and processes in literally minutes. So you get immediate access to your certified formation documents and can hit the ground running. If you go old school and file by mail, the fee is surprisingly higher. It's $90 because they tack on a $5 technology fee, and you have to factor in snail mail, transit, and manual processing time. Depending on the state's backlog, that could take days or even weeks.
All right, Section 4, operating agreements and EINs.
So the crucial point here is understanding your operating agreement.
Interestingly enough, Kansas law doesn't actually require you to file this document with the state, but listen, you absolutely unequivocally need one. Think of it as the internal blueprint for your business. It dictates exactly who owns what percentage of the company, how the profits get split at the end of the year, and what happens if a member suddenly wants to leave or sell their stake. Without it, you're stuck with the state's default rules, which probably don't align with your specific vision. On top of that, pretty much every bank is going to demand to see this agreement before they even let you open a business checking account. The good news? You can easily grab free Kansas-specific templates online to get this vital document structured.
Your exact sequential blueprint right after you form the LLC looks like this. Step 1. Draft that operating agreement we just talked about. Step 2. Head over to the IRS website and apply for an EIN, which stands for Employer Identification Number. Basically, an EIN is like a social security number for your business. It is 100% free and takes less than 10 minutes to grab directly from the IRS website. So please don't pay some third-party service a crazy premium to do this for you. And step 3. Take their approved articles of organization, your operating agreement, and your shiny new EIN, and march straight to the bank to open a dedicated business checking account.
Up next, Section 5, Ongoing Kansas Compliance. Now, what's really interesting about this is a recent, pretty major shift Kansas made. They actually moved away from annual reports and adopted a biannual reporting cycle. That means you only have to file your information report once every 2 years. It is always due on April 15th, and it matches the parity of the year you formed the business. So if you formed your LLC in an even year, you file in succeeding even years. Formed in an odd year? Yep, you file in odd years. The cost to keep everything active and compliant is $90 if you do it online, or $110 if you mail it in. Don't brush this off, guys. If you miss this deadline, Kansas can slap you with penalties and eventually forfeits your LLC entirely, which means you instantly lose that sweet liability protection we just built.
Finally, Section 6, Final Setup and Tips.
All right, here are the absolute non-negotiable steps to make sure you succeed right out of the gate. First and foremost, and I cannot stress this enough, maintain a strict divide between your business and personal finances. Commingling your funds, like say buying your personal groceries with the business debit card, can allow a judge to pierce your corporate veil. That completely destroys the legal liability protection we just worked so hard to set up. Keep things strictly separate. Next, check with your specific city or county for local industry licenses or permits. That state-level filing doesn't magically cover local zoning or health codes. And lastly, always keep a close eye on your state tax obligations and really consider consulting with a qualified accountant or an attorney. Getting professionalized on your custom setup ensures it is totally structurally sound and optimized for massive growth.
Just a quick reminder to wrap up. This explainer is for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal or financial advice. Always consult with a qualified professional for specific guidance relevant to your unique situation. If you found this structured breakdown helpful, be sure to hit subscribe for more business guides just like this one. Now, the only question left to ask is, what big idea are you going to legally protect with your brand new Kansas LLC today?